Britney Spears reunites with her son and spends Christmas together. We gotta talk about this, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I cover all things pop culture. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. All right, so this is something that I think we've all been praying for. This is something that I think we've all wanted for Britney. And this is something that I think I've been very vocal about this, in the past and saying how I just I just want Britney so badly to be surrounded by the two people she loves the most in this world, which is her children. And seeing her and Jaden together really warms my heart. But seeing fans' reactions and also thinking about the future really kind of worries me. So check out the video that Britney posted and then we can talk.
Hello.
Da kommen meistens die Hilfswürfen. Das ist my baby.
Hello.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Tell a fire, well. So hello, Ashley and Jaden. Hello.
So Britney Spears with her sons, I mean, this is, if you go back to For the Record, Britney's documentary she did on MTV, you really see the love that she has for her babies. Actually, Britney, in that documentary, said that her biggest dream is to go to an island with a man, like her husband or whatever, and her children, to be left alone and just be them. And this is all Britney has ever wanted. I really feel like if it was up to Britney, I'm not sure just how many residencies and tours we would have gotten. I think Britney has always wanted the simple life. Even back when she did The Diary on MTV, where she says, you think you know, but you have no idea. This is a diary of Britney Spears. In that diary, she even says that in the future, in 20 years, she sees herself laying by the pool with friends, with her children in the pool and having margaritas. That is literally always have been her dream. I think Britney loves to perform, but I think it's definitely was extended to the point where it's just so, so dramatized that her family and the conservatorship, in my opinion, forced her to do. And I think, honestly, if it was up to her, she would have taken her kids to school. She would have been at school meetings. Like, she always wanted the simple life. She always wanted to be out of the limelight. But the conservatorship, Kevin FEDERLINE, I think that they all just made this impossible for Britney. I really do think that they honestly just brought out the worst, if I'm being honest, and just used this poor woman until there was nothing left to give. And Britney is just starting to be on her own and live and just survive every day with this new normal that she has, dealing with all the trauma, dealing with all the sadness that once was. And it's a lot. I mean, I'm just so grateful to see her with Jaden. So happy to see them together. And I just wonder, honestly, if how Kevin is reacting to this, because I mean, I'm sure he's not very happy about it, but trust me, I think that these her sons are going to
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Tell a fire, well.
If I were her sons, I would have done
Hello.
Lord Jesus, no. First of all, I would have never abandoned my mother. I understand everyone has this different circumstances, but I would have fought hard to be with my mom. But you know what? It's easier to speak on things when you're not in people's shoes. So I'm going to, obviously take that back. But there's just something about Kevin FEDERLINE that really always rubbed me the wrong way. Not his lack of a job or his lack of talent, if you will, but I just feel like there's just something there. There's something there about Kevin FEDERLINE that it just never, like her family. It really is just like her family. It's all bullshit. So I think that Britney I think she is so deserving of a happy life. I think she is so deserving of just goodness around her. Everything she's been through, her family literally betraying her, okay? Everything that she loved and held so close to her betrayed her, like her family. And in my opinion, of course, the conservatorship for 13 years, I think really did very lasting, has very lasting effects on her. And there is nothing in this world that will convince me otherwise. I think Britney has handled this so to the best of her capacity. And, you know, with her children and Kevin Federline and all these different things surrounding it, I've always kind of honestly, I've always looked at her sons in a negative way, if I'm being honest. They're both 18 years old. And if the only reason you have not spoken to your mom is because you don't like the things that she is posting on Instagram, at 18 years old, you should understand by now that maybe this is something, you know, bigger than Instagram. Do you know what I mean? Everything she survived for these children, for her sons. Everything that she endured was for her sons, because allegedly they would threaten her that if she didn't do something, her sons would be taken away, allegedly. But, you know, we know, in my opinion, that's what I believe. And, you know, seeing her with Jaden, I think, really represented a different look in her eyes of, I'm not alone. I'm with someone that I love and that loves me. Now, he waited till he was 18. That speaks a lot. A lot of people think that it's because of the money. But I think I have another kind of angle here. What if he wasn't allowed? What if he wasn't allowed before he was 18? What if, you know what they say, as long as you're living under my roof, it's my rules? What if that's the case? What if he was not allowed to see Britney? You know, of course, we could always say, well, of course, now that his child support is dried up, obviously he's going to go see Britney and he's making music, so he needs the money for her to help produce and buy all the things. Yes, of course, we could argue with that as well. But what if he was not allowed, girl? What if he was not allowed to have any type of relationship with Britney? Have you guys ever thought about that? Exactly. I never thought about it till this very moment, if I'm being very honest. Because, you know what? What if Kevin Federline, right, you know, did not allow them to see Britney? And what if they got brainwashed against Britney? That's also a possibility. So I just, you know, I've seen it all in divorces. You know, you've seen it all. And, you know, Britney Spears, what she went through is just disgusting. And also, I will say this, that a lot of people don't understand, but like, what Britney Spears went through is traumatic, and that's going to have long-lasting effects. And if people, listen, this is why I always defend her, because I'm like, you are upset that she's wearing makeup or she's twirling around in her living room, but what you don't know is that she was held against her will for months. What you don't know is that she didn't even have an ATM to her name. What you don't know is she couldn't carry money. What you don't know is that she had an allowance that was less than her children, but she was there busting her ass on stage. What you don't know is that she would go on stage with 100-something fever. What you don't know is that she wasn't even allowed to go to a spa with her friends. What you don't know is that she had a curfew. What you don't know is that her food was being monitored. What you don't know is that she had absolutely no say in anything, not even in her IUD. So that is what you don't know, right? So that is why I'm always protecting her and I'm always going to bat for her, because what Britney Spears went through and survived, it's very admirable, because that's not made for the weak, okay? That is not made for the weak. So I'm happy to see her together with her son. I know that it's going to bring her so much happiness. I just want her to feel loved. And I've always said this, I always just want her to feel surrounded by people who genuinely love her. So what do we think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you all. I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. I hope and pray you guys have a fabulous week. Happy Friday, by the way. Let me know if you have any fun plans tonight. I love you all, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.